Om Shanti, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome to another Yoga Small Talk, and we continue with the talks about the Bhagavad Gita. So we reached the stage, still in the description in chapter 1, that the armies are ready to fight. The war conches and drums have been played, and the soldiers are ready, and Arjuna, who is the head of the army of the Pandavas, understands that the war is about to start. So he's asking Lord Krishna, who is playing here the role of his charioteer, to put his chariot in the middle of the two armies so that he can see what's happening there. He's the head of the army, he wants to see. And we are continuing with verse 24. Sanjaya said, thus addressed by Arjuna, Krishna, having stationed that best of chariots, O Dhritarashtra, in the middle of the two armies, 25, in front of Bhishma and Drona, and all the rulers of the earth, said, O Arjuna, son of Brita, behold these Kurus gathered together. So we are back to the description of Sanjaya, who is describing to the king, the blind king, Dhritarashtra, how the war is proceeding, how the preparations are progressing. And he's describing that Lord Krishna takes the chariot as requested by Arjuna and puts it in the middle of the two armies. And he's telling Arjuna, behold, these Kurus gathered together. So look at the armies. Lord Krishna is already talking, but he's not yet teaching. He's still just playing the role of the charioteer. Then Arjuna saw there in the armies stationed fathers and grandfathers, teachers, maternal uncles, brothers, sons, grandsons, and friends too. He saw fathers-in-law and friends also in both the armies. The son of Kunti, seeing all these kinsmen, thus standing array, spoke thus sorrowfully, filled with deep pity. So we're starting to hear about the condition of Arjuna. What happened? You know, sometimes something catches us. We get caught in the action, especially if it's something that really touches our heart. So we get really caught in the action, and we don't really think about the details or exactly, you know, what's happening, what we're doing. We're just caught in the action. Now imagine this great warrior preparing for a huge world war, and you know, he's in the action, but he wants to look at the armies, and as he takes this little pause to see what's actually happening, what does he see? He sees family members fighting against family members. Remember? The blind king Dhritarashtra and King Pandu were brothers. So their sons are cousins. So Arjuna sees that he is about to fight his cousins and all their families. And his teacher, who was the teacher of both families, Drona, and his grandsire, Bhishma. And he sees this, and he gets pulled out of this big action of just doing and getting, and he's starting to feel very sorry. And he's now talking. Arjuna said, seeing these my kinsmen, O Krishna, are eager to fight, my limbs fail and my mouth is parched up. My body quivers and my hair stands on end. So, you know, this is the description of anxiety. Arjuna is having a meltdown. The bow, Gandiva, slips from my hand and my skin burns all over. I'm unable even to stand and my mind is reeling as it were. So this great archer who can point his bow to reach whatever moving tiny target. All of a sudden cannot even hold his bow in his hand. He's so anxious, he's so depressed, he's so filled with sorrow. And I see adverse omens, O Keshava. I do not see any good in killing my kinsman in battle. So he sees bad signs. He sees signs that this is not going to end well. For I desire not victory, O Krishna, nor kingdom, nor pleasures. Of what avail is dominion to us, O Krishna, or pleasure, or even life? Those for whose sake we desire kingdom, enjoyments, and pleasures stand here in battle, having renounced their life and wealth. Usually we fight for the prosperity of the next generation or for something like this, and he says, but they're all here and they're all going to die. So what are we actually doing? Teachers, fathers, sons, and also grandfathers, maternal uncles, fathers-in-law, grandsons, brothers-in-law, and relatives. These I do not wish to kill, though they kill me, O Krishna. Even for the sake of dominion over the three worlds, leave alone killing them for the sake of the earth. By killing the sons of Dhritarashtra, what pleasure can be ours, O Janardana? Only sin will accrue by killing these felons. So Arjuna comes with a whole list of why it's very, very wrong to engage in this battle, and repeating again and again and again. They're not just soldiers. This is not just an army. It's my family. And why am I fighting them? To become a king of somewhere here on earth? I don't care. This will not give me any satisfaction. And more, he's describing to Lord Krishna the great, great sorrow that he's feeling, this anguish that comes up as he looks at what he's about to fight with. And some more arguments why he should not be fighting are coming up, and we'll see it in our next talks. Om Shanti.